me know when we're. Oh,
Yeah,
I heard
that was it.
something.
Yeah, you heard the
Oh,
clicks.
oh, yes. Okay. Well, I've been, I've been dying to do this intro. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna bring to you the first time ever, probably on maybe not on Twitch, but the first time ever on this podcast. Are you guys ready? Everyone sitting down, listening to this?
I'm scared. You
Hopefully,
dick.
you can hear this. So this song is called "Craving." Okay. So a new intro.
It's caving. Thank you. You dick. I can't
uh,
believe
you know,
you.
you know, for anyone that doesn't know what the hell's going on, probably 99.9% of you guys don't know what the
Literally
hell's going on.
everyone.
That was a
That was a song I
that
made
was
and is currently up on my YouTube channel. I
yes, and we've talked about this many times before. Please
yeah,
go over and check out Alex's
I'm
YouTube
gonna
channel.
fucking delete that. Just
No,
let
there's
me
some
kill
good.
that.
Hold on. There's some good how-to videos about the beard. So if you have a beard, check out those videos. I mean, there's some pretty. You got over a thousand. Was it 1,000 views on pretty much every video in there?
Oh, Rob, I'm gonna fucking copyright strike this fucking YouTube video when it goes up for using my
Anyway,
music without my permission. You
well, I was
dick.
thinking, I've been listening to, I've been listening to, podcasts, and I've been, doing a whole bunch of different things, and I'm like, man, we really don't have an intro. We need an intro. We have burning, but then we kind of talk over it. I think we need some music, and I'm thinking that song could be the intro, or you know what? We need to
Caving?
bring back. What was it? What was it? What was it? Pinstripes? What was the
God
pinstripe? The DJ. We need to bring him back.
damn it.
Let's go back. You know.
Well, I mean that album's available on iTunes. I actually set one of my New Year's resolutions this year as releasing another one of the albums I produced. So
So
sometime
I
this year you'll get more Pinstripe the DJ. Cool.
see,
Uh,
I love the entrepreneurship because to me, all right. So to people that are listening to this, you might not like some of the music that we listen to or make or because Alex makes music, but there is people out there that like music. Everybody likes a certain type of music, so there is a viewers out there because he's got a lot of views on those songs on YouTube.
do I?
YouTube.com/Alex Axton. Yes.
Do
Um,
I actually? I
type in
gotta go
Alex
look at
Axton's.
this.
Dude,
Fuck.
you should. Where you at right now? You got 62 views, and I swear, not all of them are for me.
Oh, I know that for a fact. Some of their, a lot of
So
them are from
definitely,
Airy.
dude. So how you been, Alex? I know, we took a break last week, so how
Um.
are things?
Uh. Well, honestly, my mom's dad is, uh, knocking on death's door, and he made his bed. Now he's lying in it. You drink your whole life, you're gonna have heart problems. So, meh.
Yeah,
I'm doing
you
all
know.
right. The family I care about's doing pretty good.
Well, that's good. That's good. How's I haven't been up in Baltimore in a while, but I've heard that the weather is pretty fucking outrageous.
I'm in shorts right now with every window in this house open.
Well, what
It
was it
just
last
snowed
week though?
4 inches last week.
Did it? It actually snowed.
Yeah, the
What was this?
Arctic blast and everything.
So I had this theory because I've been doing this recording this mini series with one of my old friends about the Game of Thrones series that's coming out, the new season, and we
Yeah.
were just I've been recapping the seasons and with him, and I honestly believe we all sit here and talk about Donald Trump in this wall, but I'm pretty sure he just wanted to build the wall up north near Canada just to protect us from that winter, the White Walkers. When that whole thing, I looked on the news and it said Chicago -50,
Yeah.
and all of these other places. The first thing that came to my mind was Game of Thrones, and I was like, oh my god, winter is coming and it's fucking here. and I just feel like I'm in King's Landing and I'm watching all this unfold.
It was colder in Chicago than it was on Mars that day.
Yeah, well,
And they don't have an atmosphere to speak of. Like it's 10% of ours. Like
Oh my
that's
gosh.
just the cold void, and like 10% of our atmosphere for insulation. So you have exactly 10% of our heat when it's cold,
Well,
and it was
what do
colder
you do?
here
Like I see, like
in
everyone's
the
seen
lower
these videos.
48.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Everyone see these videos of people holding coffee cups and just throwing up in the air and they crystallize. Like, what do you do? How do you go out and work? How do you start a fucking car? Like, I don't understand. If it's really that cold, what is the
Oh,
temperature that
well,
what is the
simply
temperature that
you
gasoline freezes?
walk out to your car, you force the door open because it's frozen shut, and then you turn the key, and then you drive to work. Uh, Same as anybody else, just with extra layers on.
I guess. Is that what?
Yeah.
So you guys got snow?
Yeah, yeah. There was snow, icy death, and today it was 70 degrees.
Yeah, it was.
Still
It was.
salt on the ground, and I'm in shorts.
Well, here in South Carolina, it got cold. Don't get me wrong. I think
For
it
what,
was
6 hours?
no, last week for one day I think it was 28 degrees, and I remember talking to my grandfather, and he was just like, "I'd be in shorts in 28 degrees."
No,
Like,
after the Arctic blast that preceded the come up to 30,
yeah,
I was like, oh man, no, I feel like I could be in jeans and a t-shirt right now and be okay. I was sweating in my jacket.
well,
It was very weird.
today it was 82 degrees down here. It was fucking hot. I
It's
mean,
fucking February. It's not supposed to be 82 degrees in February. Ugh.
yeah, all this happening. Obviously, the first thing that comes to my mind, and I'm sure a lot of people think, "Oh, global
Climate change.
warming, climate change." That doesn't. This doesn't really change. This doesn't scare me. The only thing that scares me is the pictures. If you see pictures of like the North Pole, basically, like if you see the amount of what was there in the caps to what's not there now,
Well,
that's concerning. But
I mean, getting a Katrina every 10 years rather than every century is, that isn't no big deal. Most people
Yeah.
just die. Hundreds of thousands of people put out of their homes. All the economic cost that it takes to rebuild infrastructure that we've already built once. Not a big deal. However,
Well,
I will say that the weird weather is an anecdote, and anecdotes don't equal data. Fuck you, left. Also, boom. Quit doing that. No. The weird weather justifies climate change. No, stop that. Stop that. That's just as wrong as this snowball means there's no climate change. Fuck you. Fuck you both. You guys are assholes. Sorry, I'm gonna turn my input down.
oh, that's fine. I'm
Yeah.
people don't know, but I'm slowly sending Alex gifts at the same time we're talking.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm concerned.
No, it's okay. I just like random shit. No, I mean like it's just funny. It's just funny how cold it was up there, and it's like, I mean, I don't know. I'm a little concerned about. I don't like the heat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't.
You're moving
Rob,
the
why
wrong
do you live?
direction.
Yeah, why do you live at the beach? It's funny. I lived in Hawaii. I even lived in Las Vegas for a little bit. Why do you like? I just don't like the heat. I'm gonna tell you a story. So when I was in Las Vegas, when I lived in Las Vegas, I only lived there for a couple months. It was like a family thing and some other crap. Anyway, when I was in Las Vegas, it was so hot. The thing is, though, it wasn't humid. Vegas is not humid. It's just hot. It was like 108 degrees, I think. But I'll never forget. I was in the pool. The pool felt great. Getting suntan. It just felt good. I got out of the pool. I started walking back to the apartment that I was at. And I have never in my life, to this day, I'll always remember this. My footsteps evaporated faster than I was walking. That's how hot it was.
Yeah. I've
And I was
experienced that actually.
Well, I bet you have. I mean,
Yeah, New Mexico was the devil.
Yeah, That's farther west, I think, than Las Nevada. Is it right next to it?
No, I think they're
Uh,
parallel going west.
yes, they
But
are.
we're
But I think
we're more
New
southern
Mexico
by a
was.
lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say New Mexico was more southern. Um, but yeah, so
Hour north of
that's
the
that's
Rio.
that's no fucking joke.
No, that's. And I'm not built for that. I like my body can't handle that. I need humidity. I can't have this dry. Oh, it's a dry heat. It's a dry heat. Fuck you and fuck your hair, Janice. No one cares. This
See,
feels like death
you like humidity
because it is. Oh god, yeah. Oh god, yeah. I can't breathe unless there's some humidity in the air.
I just, I mean, I
No,
I,
like
and
I
that,
don't want
and
I
that
don't want oppressive humidity. Don't get that twisted. Like there's a
okay.
sweet spot, and too much is also bad. But
Well,
it's
yeah, because
you need more than zero.
so
I promise.
for the listeners, for the listeners at home that don't know what me and Alex look like, I'm a big guy, and Alex is extremely skinny. So
Extremely. Slow down, sir.
I'm extremely fit, just on the bigger side, more of a bigger dad bod, and he's just average. We'll say average.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm 1950s average body size.
yeah, like remember the first Captain America? There you go. So I'm just joking. I love you, Alex.
Call me
Anyway,
out for apple on a stick shit. Go fuck yourself.
no, it's just so humidity means sweat, means everything's sticking to me. So I don't really like that. I do get what you're saying though. It is hard to breathe in dry air, like dry, it's like
Yeah,
like
because the
tumbleweeds.
humidity is replaced by dry, like dust particles and shit, like sand. Fuck
Yeah.
that. Fuck
Well,
that.
well, see, that's where I agree with you. I do like humidifiers, which are nice because it kind of clears things and just feels good. But I don't like being. I don't know. It's just I don't like being fucking hot. Let's just talk. Just get right to it. I'm a big guy. I sweat all the time. I'm diabetic, so I even sweat even more. And then so it's just
Does it
it's
have
not a
that
good.
effect?
It does because the medicine, the metformin that you take. Well,
Okay.
because
Now I know.
down here, well, down what I learned the hard way. So last week when we didn't record, we were spending time with family and doing other
Yeah.
things. And I remember a couple weeks ago, I kept saying I was sick and I just don't feel right and things like that. And I was having
Yeah.
problems with my legs and stuff. Well, we found the culprit. Magnesium is leaving my body faster than I can put it in my body because I was sweating it out because of the humidity down here. Even if it's cold, there's still humidity down here.
Yeah, I'm
And
familiar.
yeah, and because I'm overweight and diabetic, it just kind of like comes out of me. So because I was losing so much magnesium, so I was having headaches, I was having cramps, I was just in pain
You
and
had
not
a
feeling well.
nutrient deficiency in the first world.
Yeah. So
How does that make
now
you feel?
I don't know. It makes me feel incompetent and lazy. Like, why did I
Why?
not think of?
That's a weird
Because
position to take.
well, because growing up, you eat Flintstone vitamins because you're just they just taste good, but not knowing that they were saving your life. So, but
They're
now,
preventing you from a deficiency, but most of them aren't doing
yeah,
much past that.
yeah. But now, since I drink almond milk, I've been taking calcium supplements and magnesium supplements, and then just my normal B12 vitamin regular supplements, and should be good. So, and I've been off the energy drinks and coffee
Yes.
for
And the
2 weeks
coffee.
now.
Oh,
And coffee. Well, that's not off the espresso and energy drinks because I do
that's
have
fair.
I do
Yeah,
have
like
right.
up to 4 cups a day, you're doing okay. It's anything past that's pushing into unhealthy space.
Well, like let's just say right before. I mean, it was getting to a point. So now down here, at least, I don't know about up there. You can go to gas stations and where the creamers are, the little cup creamers. They have
And get the
it's
black
called
shots. Yeah.
yeah yeah. So I would get 2 shots of espresso. Then I would take 3 of those, put those in there, and then I would have 2 energy drinks after that. And I didn't feel nothing. So that's how I knew that I'm destroying myself. So, it's
Found the
like,
line by accident by crossing over it miles
yeah.
ago.
I did a whole kilo of Coke and I felt nothing. So that's when I realized,
It
yeah,
might be
it's
time to
time.
stop.
It might be time to stop. So yeah. So I'm working on that. But yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, no, that's
that
awesome
was a fun
though.
fact. I like how we transitioned to weather to sweat to magnesium. That's life.
Nutrient deficiencies in the first world apparently happen. Uh, no, it's cool that you're taking vitamins. It's awesome that you've cut out the energy drinks. We're out the energy drinks, and we're still working out. Ari's down 30 pounds from December.
What? Really?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. She wants to
What
shed.
are you starving her? Are you not
No,
like cooking or anything? Like what?
no.
That's
I take out the
oppressive.
I take out the dogs. We both cook, but
Yeah.
she cooks more, and she eats. She eats.
Mm.
She's doing
Well,
okay. She's just
that's
engaging a little
awesome.
more portion control as well as the exercise.
And tell her to back off on the carbs. I'm just saying.
Trying to
That
peel Airy away from rice is like taking like catnip that's still good from a cat that's actively playing with it.
oh man.
It's not gonna go well.
So I can just see like the video of you trying to reach in and then coming out and then half your hands mauled.
Yeah, yeah, just
And
like
then
there's stumps of bone and shit.
yeah, and people think it's like a lion, but then it pans over and it's just airy.
With a glob of rice on one side of her mouth and a piece of my flesh hanging out of the other.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
rice isn't
yeah,
bad. It's not the worst thing. Carbs aren't gonna kill you.
they're
It
not. They're
helps,
not.
sure, but just
They're not.
portion control in general,
Mm. I think
you're good.
honestly, for me, the only reason why I think carbs will kill me is because it turns into sugar, and I am a
You
horrible
being,
diabetic.
yeah, you being diabetic, like
Yes.
insulin spikes could genuinely fuck your shit up. But neither of us are
Yeah.
diabetic. We might be
Yeah.
pre,
So
but we haven't tested positive for anything yet, so we're good.
oh, wait, where you buy your urine? Where do you buy your urine at? Oh my god, I butchered that whole joke. Let's just back up. Forget the last 5 seconds.
My warm apple juice comes. It's homemade.
No, because it was supposed to be funny because you're like, oh, we've been passing out. We haven't tested positive for all this stuff, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh, you know, where'd you
yeah.
get your urine, bud? Like,
Yeah.
oh sometimes the older you get, the more your brain, will go crazy. But other than that, like how, like, I mean, with the cold, do you believe, like, you ever heard that expression when you're young, like your grandparents or your parents, like, oh, it's cold outside, so my hip hurts, or it's
Oh,
cold out, or the
I'll
weather.
notice pressure changes in my knees.
Is that real? Like, is
Yeah,
that
that's a real thing.
legit? Like, I don't know. My knee hurts today, but I have tendonitis. But I was like, man, the weather's nice outside. It should be fine. I always thought that was like a something in the brain. Like you just think that because your family said that, and it's just like
A psychosomatic thing.
yeah,
That could very well be the case. Where it is psychosomatic based on that, and your body does sense the natural weather conditions, including pressure. So a low pressure system would activate that on the subconscious and activate the pain, basically. But it could also just be the pressure system. Like
yeah,
things are a little bit bigger, and so they're rubbing up against each other, and they just hurt more. You know, could be the same thing.
could be. I don't know.
Mm.
I
The
just
end
don't know.
result's roughly the same. Some people get it, some people don't. Who knows?
You know what I do now?
What's that, Rob?
YouTube.com/Alex Haskins.
Fuck.
Do it. Do it. It's like
I pulled away the pop filter so I could tell you that was fucked up.
that was fucked up.
That was
No,
fucked up.
People can still hear you, right?
Yeah, no, I just pulled away the pop filter. Like I didn't turn off the mic.
Oh, okay. See, I can't see what's going on. Okay. Oh my God. I am a little concerned about how, like, and my wife teased me because I really don't like the heat, and she's just like, well, we're at the beach because of my daughter. We all know this. My daughter is autistic, and this is one of the better counties for her. So that's long story short. That's why we're here. Now, with that said, supposedly in the summertime, this place is fucking hot, hot.
Oh yeah.
I say what hot, and
And humid.
I'm gonna be miserable. I'm gonna be miserable. I used to
Miserables.
love the beach growing up. I used to love the beach growing up. And then there was a accident. It didn't happen at the beach, but it happened, with a good friend of
We've
mine,
talked about
Anthony.
it.
He drowned. Yeah, and yeah. So you already know the fears. We've talked about this many times. Anyway, so I just don't like the beach. So that's not going to cool me down. I do like water parks, but as a big guy pushing all these little kids out the way that go down a tube. Now I will say with water parks, the enclosed tubes. If you say you can't breathe with humidity, imagine being in one of the fucking those. You ever been in a water park and going down
I,
the tubes and you just can't breathe? It's just because it's hot water just splashing up around you, and there's no air holes.
I don't like the sanitation issues surrounding water parks,
Oh, because the piss.
and other people's kids. I just I'm good on your body fluids, thanks.
Yeah.
At least fish shit in the
Do you go to
water out there
do you,
on the
do you
beach.
like do you like public pools?
No, no, the chlorine fucks with me. I don't.
So if your son
Saltwater
looks at
pools
you,
are awesome though.
but if your son looks at you and says, "Dad, I want to go to the pool," and you're like,
Ask your
"Fuck
mother.
that." Ask your mother.
Ask your mother to take you. I fucking hate chlorine.
You know what?
Like I'll get in, but like, and I have a good time and stuff. I just try to avoid contact with chlorine because it doesn't. I'm not allergic to it or anything. I can interact with bleach just fine, but I just don't feel good afterwards.
See,
Like something's amiss with the respiratory action.
really.
Yeah, I don't like it, and I learned that when I was on the swim team in high school.
I was
That
saying,
was fun.
high school, that whole swimming situation was awkward because you got to understand. Well, that was middle school when we first
Well,
started swimming.
yeah, and they would
But I know you were in the high
hyperchlorinate
school.
the
Yeah.
pool, and that was the pool we'd have to go practice at daily, and they would bus us over there to go use that pool, uh, and they were still hyperchlorinating it, and it was a nasty mess, and I don't like chlorinated water anymore
I'm gonna I'm
at
gonna
all.
drop I'm gonna drop some facts on you people. So this might sound really gross, but we're gonna talk about it. So growing up, Alex and I went to the same middle school, elementary school, middle school, high
Nah,
school. But our middle school had a pool. And it was the only, I think, might have been the only one in the county. So that's what he was talking about. The high schools all meet there. They do meets and things like that.
it
Um,
wasn't the only one in the county. Seamount, Wright, Falston, and a couple other schools had theirs. We were the only
okay,
one in
well,
our part of the county.
okay. So the only one in our part of the county. But anyway, in the middle school is just an awkward period for everyone because girls are going through that change, boys are going through that change. So things tend to leak out of your hole. And imagine
Yeah,
being in a pool when that happens. So that's why I agree with him. That pool was really disgusting. So I used to always never want to swim. So I would always do laps around the pool because you can not swim or you can just do laps around the pool. So I always
yeah,
want to do
you
laps.
could walk
Yeah.
and do that whole
Um,
thing.
I just remembered a funny story. I'm gonna tell you real quick about that pool.
Oh God.
The first time I went there, I didn't know what to do. There was this boy, Darren Savage. I'm dropping your name. Hopefully you're a listener. That'd be awesome. Um, he told I was like, "Where's the bathroom at?" And Darren looked over me and he said, um, "There is no bathroom." And I didn't know what to do, so I waited till everyone left the locker room and I pissed in the corner.
That was you?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh man.
So now you know.
It was right around the corner.
Yeah, I learned that later because I also got in trouble for mooning. Remember that line where the girls' lockers were here, the boys' lockers were here, and you couldn't cross that line.
Yeah,
I used to moon the girls, and then
I remember
Miss
that.
Hewitt, my gym teacher, used to say she made me come over to to the desk where all the other teachers were, or whatever, or the lifeguard, and made me sing Blue Moon because I used to moon the girls,
Yeah.
and that's
That
how I
wasn't even
became
a
lady.
sexual thing. That was just like a hey fuck you.
Yeah, and that's how I became a ladies' man in 7th grade.
Apparently it was.
But yeah, pools,
Yeah.
those are all right. This summer's
Yeah.
gonna be horrible. I
Good
can
luck.
feel it.
Have you considered beach exposure therapy?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this now too, because I have neuropathy and it is bad. When I walk on the sand, it fucking hurts.
Oh, that's
So
festive. Okay, so that's a big cancel.
yeah, and I learned
Beach
that
is
the
just
hard way.
dead to you. That sucks.
Yeah. Well, you also got to think too, like if you cut yourself on that sand or some glass or something like that, I
You
can't
won't
really feel
necessarily
it.
notice it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, I got sand in my, and then it gets affected, and
And
they have
it's
to
just
chop off my leg, and then I'm gonna be in a wheelchair, and then next thing you know, my wife's changing my diapers. It's just an all around mess. It goes downhill from there.
Rob, with the level of prosthetics, they're almost an upgrade from your base form at this
Yeah,
point. So it might be
that is true.
expensive, but your health insurance covers it.
I mean, that is true. I mean, like veterans get some really fucked up. I mean, really cool shit. So hopefully, I would.
Not just vets, but yeah, vets are unfortunately the predominant requiree of
Yeah.
cool cyborg parts. Uh, once it's 100% like okay, we've crossed the threshold. That's an upgrade. Cyborg. The left side gone. Fuck these left parts. My eyeball, this arm, from the shoulder and my just above my knee can fuck off. And I'm switching
Dude,
out for the upgrades.
I just thought of this. With all that, imagine if you had like a prosthetic leg, and you were in Chicago and it was negative 50 degrees. How cold would your fucking leg be? Like,
Depends on the nature of the prosthesis and how
oh
or
my
whether or
god,
not that
man.
would fuck you up.
I don't
But
even.
that's
I don't
not
even
something I've
think
ever
about it.
considered. Holy shit.
Well, I mean, like you think about the homeless people, you think about all this other stuff, but what about the people that like have like
Prosthetics
I
and they're
mean,
just trying to get around.
yeah, because like blood.
Ice is a significantly bigger hazard if you're rocking a prosthetic. Good God. Because
They come
you
in
don't
it.
you don't feel the slip at first. Like it's
Yeah,
further along, so you don't have as much reaction time.
yeah.
Oh wow.
What if you can get like special shoes with like I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's gonna be the grips, and like you could just wear ice spikes and carry around a normal pair of shoes. Uh,
Just even if someone try to rob you, you just fucking kick them in the face, but you're like ah. Nice place. Jesus.
there was a case just recently of somebody taking off their prosthetic and like fuck you, and it became an assault. Or there was a meme about it that just did the rounds or
Mhm.
something like that. It was funny. Might have been the Hercules gag. Hey, could somebody lend me a hand? It came in hot, like assaulted the poor victim.
Oh
I've
my
been waiting
god.
for years for this.
You ever, you know, so I can't. You ever? I was thinking too while I know this has nothing to do with the prosthetics, but it can't. Well, this is how my fantastical brain works. While you were talking about prosthetics, I was thinking about Punxsutawney Phil and how cold he was when they pulled his house out. He's probably like this little fucking. Does
Who?
anybody know Punxsutawney Phil? Do you not know the Groundhog's Day? Come on, it was cold as shit on Groundhog's Day in PA.
Oh, you talk about the hedgehog.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But no, I was thinking.
I
Well,
don't
you
keep
were thinking
track
about.
of rodent names. Sorry, I brain dumped that
Uh,
information.
No, I was because we were talking about
Oh
how
yeah,
cold it might.
Jesus Christ! That fucking
Yeah.
little fur ball is like, oh, what the fuck is this?
Cause I had this image. I don't know. See, I think of fucked up shit. I just have this image of like him in like a wheelchair, rolling out of his little crib, and it's so cold, and he's just like, oh, winter's over. I don't know.
Oh, that sucks.
Fantastic brain right here.
Yeah. So Brawley was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I know we're getting close to the end of the episode, so I just wanted to.
Oh yeah, that sounds cool. Well, that's episode 1.